with our friends and solo. You don't wanna miss this, watch the show now. Press the button for updates, fast do it now. Notify, subscribe and like. Miss Lily's World. Watch it, go on, watch it. Miss Lily's World. Watch it, go on, watch it.
Hey, it's your girl Miss Lee here. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on where you are. Now, if you're new to my channel or you're returning and you haven't done so already, please remember, before you move on, hit that subscribe button. Yes, subscribe to my channel, hit the thumbs up, like this video, share this video, and hit the notification so that you are aware every time your girl drops new content. Okay guys, I'm gonna try and make this review real quick because the weather's warmed up over here a little bit in the UK, just a notch, and your girl's sweating a little bit. She's got her natural hair, and before we have a whole disaster on camera, I'm just going to give it to you guys real quick. So those of you who are returnees will know the other day I went to 84 West in Northwest London with my sister and friends. And as usual, you know, your girls always look after you guys and give you guys a sweet review on how I feel my experience was, the food, the service, the atmosphere. Let's get it. One of our friends was like, "Hun, I'm going to be a little bit late, yada, yada, yada." And we were like, all right, cool. Let's see if we can move our booking back an hour or so. So this was we was en route to West London too. If you watch the vlog, you will know we went to West London first. We called the venue, so that was a few hours before, like maybe like 3-4 o'clock. Whoever answered the phone, we were like, hey, you know, because you can only have 2 hours on your table, can we push our booking back? Because by the time our friend gets there, one of the friends, you know, we would have already been an hour and some into our booking. So the guy on the phone, he was very, very unhelpful. And he was just like, we go back-to-back bookings. We go back-to-back. We're back-to-back tonight. However, he did say once we arrive, we can see whether the reception desk will be able to facilitate changing our booking time. Anyway, fast forward a few hours, we arrived. And we actually arrived on time. So we got there, the lady on the front desk, she was very accommodating. Let me give her that. So she checked on the system and she said, she confirmed she was able to change our booking. So she changed the booking with ease. And we were like, okay, thank God, hallelujah. We said, you know, can we go by the bar and just have drinks until the rest of our friends come? And they were like, yeah, that's cool. So we did this. We were served by a really lovely bartender. She was really nice. She gave us the information that we needed, answered any queries that we had. She gave us our drinks, and all was okay. And then an hour passed pretty quickly, you know, when your girl's sipping on Prosecco. And so then we moved to the table. We went to sit down. We were seated. We were shown to our table. From first glance, it looked clean, presentable. On Google, the restaurant is a 4-star restaurant and lounge stroke bar, whatever you want to call it. Now, for a 4-star restaurant, I will say, although our waiters were, they were good, it wasn't given 4-star. The receptionist stroke waitress, we was trying to ask her, you know, for menus once we sat. Usually when you sit down, the menus are there. The menus was there. But that's fine. Once we sat, we was asking her. She kind of had a little bit of an attitude all of a sudden. And we was like, okay. Anyway, moved on. Our waiter came to the table. Can't remember his name. Lovely guy. And he presented us with what they call a menu. So 4-star for me is a menu that is readable, that is not half rubbed off or rubbed away from whatever was on it before. From the filth of the menu. I did not want to touch the menu, okay? The paper looked filthy. That is not 4-star quality. The paper looked like it had drinks, food, everything spilt on it. And fair enough, that happens in a restaurant. But I expect you to pay attention to fine detail like a menu, especially if you're having people dine in as well. If you don't want to have the whole print out menus, there are restaurants now and you no longer have a printed menu. You have to go online, use the QR code and order your food. You can do that, but don't give us menus that we can't read because the ink has rubbed out, faded away, but oh, it's old, it's tatty. It just, to me, that made me feel like I didn't even want to eat there from when I looked at the menu. I was just thinking, now bearing in mind, guys, that was my first time experiencing African food. Now my sister did say, it's like, oh my God, it's your first time you're gonna have Nigerian food. I don't know, is that Nigerian food, guys? Drop it in the comment section below, because their website says it's an Afrofusion. But what is an Afrofusion? Yeah, but apparently it's known to be like a Nigerian restaurant. I don't know, guys. As I said, drop it in. But 84 West Africa Afrofusion. But then it's not just Nigeria, it's part of West Africa. I don't know. So that was my first time. And as I said, I'm very funny. I don't like filth and dirt. If I'm going to eat out, I want the place, the table, darling, the cutlery, darling, the floor, darling, the seats, darling, the menu, darling, to look clean. Now, you may think I'm being picky, but this is just not acceptable. I struggled to read what was on the menu, and that shouldn't be the case. But anyway, now that's the only bit at that point that I was just like, like giving it the side eye, like, really, should I just stick with, like, you know, lemon water at this point? You know, and just get a salad. We ordered starters. We had prawns and soya. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Soya. I don't know. Again, guys, correct me, please. The prawns were very nice. Yeah, the prawns were nice. They had definitely, they were large king prawns. Definitely, they had a nice flavor to them. The soya, I hope I'm saying it right, soya. Never had that before, so I don't know what I'm comparing it to. I believe that was beef, like grilled on skewers, and it tasted nice, actually. I was going to say it tasted okay. It tasted nice. It actually tasted nice. A little bit chewy, not too much, but it went down well. It actually tasted nice. As I said, I was like, wow. Now their starters are so much. You could actually just get full with your starters, which, you know me, Miss Long Belly. Yeah, that was definitely right up my street. The mains came, and okay, guys, I did chicken out. Because, you know, some of the things on the menu, I wasn't quite sure. Everyone who I was dining with has already eaten Nigerian food. They know what they like. They know what they don't like. They knew what they wanted to order, whereas I didn't have a clue. So I was like, you know what? You know, your girl's a bit hungry, so she's going to reach out for a little bit more than salad. But yeah, I then played it safe and I just had grilled chicken. Yeah, I had a grilled chicken, rice. I had plantain. I don't know who had plantain, but one of them had plantain. I had plantain. I think mine came with asparagus. A lot of alcohol was consumed that night, guys. But yeah, my meal was quite nice. Again, the chicken was tender enough. It was definitely had flavor. It was nice. It was grilled chicken, you know. There was nothing more, nothing less. It was just grilled chicken and you can eat it. I had mine with plain rice. I don't like jollof rice, and thank God I didn't order jollof rice. So my although I haven't eaten African dishes before, I have had jollof, tasted it, and I remember I didn't like it. So anyway, my sister and friends ordered jollof apart from me. I had plain rice, and thank God it tasted like it was, you know, when you reheat rice and you got the bottom of the pot, say it bun. But did think say that's what it tastes like they gave us the bun up part at the bottom of the pot before they made the fresh pot. The rice didn't taste, you know, like when you know when you got bun, when the rice is crispy. It didn't taste it from when I had it, but I could just taste this like burnt taste in the rice. I didn't really taste any other flavors, and I was just like, I still don't like jollof rice. I know, guys, I'm like the only one in the world that doesn't like jollof rice, but hey ho, you know, some of us are unique out here. My sister had a fish, I can't remember what it was called, but that was a big mother. And to be honest, the portion sizes were very generous, darling. The fish was really, really big. I didn't taste the fish, but it looked really nice, and she said it was really nice. One of my friends, she had lamb. And again, it looked really nice. Now, they present the food really nicely there. I will say that. The presentation is nice. Oh, I did have this spinach saute or saute spinach. I think I said it the wrong way around. Anyway, that tasted real good. I was very surprised. I was like, okay, darling, a little bit of Mayfair over here. No, it tasted really, really nice. And as I said, their presentation, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not 5-star, but it was nice. And they're very generous with their portions. So for me, you know, and come on, like, African people don't eat small portions. I have seen the portions that they eat, okay? Just like Caribbean, but a little bit more. They eat big portions. I'll be surprised if you're still hungry when you leave. But what I did have was really filling and it tasted nice. And I was actually full for the whole night. So, dining out with Nigerian men, especially, is definitely an experience. Yes, I'm going to add this to my review because it was part of my experience at the restaurant. So when we got there, the music was, in fact, there was music, I think, but it was very, very low. And as the night goes on, because 84 West is a restaurant stroke bar, so as the night goes on, it's like a bar atmosphere, although there isn't really a bar area apart from the bar. And the bar, if you was to have stools, there was no stools there when we were there. Maybe about 6 stools. Where our table was, maybe not. Maybe about 4 stools can fit around there. But anyway, it's supposed to be a bar. There is like a VIP sit-down lounge area at the top. But again, that can't hold loads of people. But anyway, as the night progressed, the music got louder and louder and louder. And your girl was in her element. I was vibes-ing. Hey, the music good. It turn up. Okay, it's not Jamaican. But I was like, yay. Like, I knew. Because, you know, like, I'm a girl. I like all different genres of music. And I knew the music. I knew the songs. And even the songs that I didn't know, your girl was still vibing to. It was really, really nice. I really liked it. The music was a little bit on the loud side. This is me just being picky. I'm going to give you an honest review. It was a little bit on the loud side for those who are dining. You can't have a conversation with the music so loud. And I just feel like maybe because we were there quite late, like we started eating just after 9. We was given actually more than 2 hours at the table. But yeah, so maybe because it was late why the music went higher, and I think they finished at 4 a.m. So anyway, dining with Nigerian men, darling. Apart from the drinks that we had at the bar when we got there early, we had bottles upon bottles upon bottles sent to our table. That was very nice, darling. It was very nice. I was very surprised because, okay, not throwing no shade. Yeah, throwing shade. I have yet to experience that from a Caribbean man. Me say it. Yes, your girl said it. I've yet to experience that. Not that Caribbean men don't buy drinks, but just send bottles and, you know, I ate that. Well, not really. Like 1 or 2 of them kind of took a little fancy to, you know, one of the girls I was dining with, which was cute. But, you know, they sent us bottles to drink. And when we paid for our bill, so our bill for 5 of us, it was just under £300. And I think that didn't include the bottle that we had when we got there, because we had Prosecco when we got there. So that didn't include that. So reasonable, because it's for 5 people, and that included soft drinks. We had soft drinks as well with our meal, so that was fairly reasonable. And that was on a starters and a mains and some drink. I think that's kind of like the prices that I seem to be paying when I go out. Didn't include dessert, although we was also offered dessert. We just couldn't fit dessert in. We had so much food from our mains and our starters, there was just no space for dessert. Plus, we had a lot of alcohol we were consuming. It was just like, dessert what, honey? We good. We've had a few conversations with some of the guys and they were really nice and friendly. We wasn't harassed. Whenever I spoke to anybody, you know, they're very polite. It wasn't like, you know, full on and it was like fighting them off like flies. Nope, it wasn't like that at all. When they were speaking to one of my friends who I was dining with, they came, like one or two came over and just kind of said, hi, I would like to talk to you later. Is that okay? And it was a yes or a no, you know? So, you know, once she said yes, another bottle came. So then afterwards, once we finished eating, we was invited to like the VIP area upstairs dining lounge with some people, and they were very nice. The drinks kept flowing, the champagne kept coming, and they were very friendly. Again, they wasn't too full on. Nigerian men are Nigerian men. I met a Nigerian man, but he said he's half Antiguan, full Nigerian accent. Showed me his Antiguan passport, but anyway. And then I met another Nigerian man who said he was from half Nigerian, half Dominican Republic. These things can happen. Again, full, thick Nigerian accent, but that's fine. What I noticed about Nigerian men, though, they travel a lot. A lot of them was like, we're traveling tomorrow, we're traveling in the morning, we're traveling in a few hours, we're traveling next week. And a couple of them gave their business cards and it was like the address and the location and the WhatsApp, everything was in Lagos. Darling, I just thought this was too much for me. I was way out of my league. But anyway, it was a nice evening and we did leave it there. Yeah, the waiters were fine. But again, they wasn't 5-star waiters or 4-star waiters. I'm just saying, I'm being honest. But they were friendly. They were as helpful as they could. You know, I kind of had to say, can you take the plate? Because my plate was sat in front of me for a very long time. You know, that kind of service. And then in the end, I just like packed up the rest of the plates. The bar was behind me, just propped it on the bar, waiting for one of them to pick it up. They did take a little while to pick it up, but that's their business. Ain't got nothing to do with me. But yeah, they didn't clear the glasses. You know, they kept bringing fresh glasses every time we had a new bottle sent over, but they didn't clear the glasses and things like that. So the table was very crowded, the table was very messy. And I just think a little bit more detail needs to go into customer service. But it wasn't offensive and it wasn't uncomfortable. Would I recommend the restaurant for people to go and eat? Definitely, definitely. The food was fine. I didn't get food poisoning. You come out, your belly is full. You do not need a plan B because your belly full. Ladies, if you go out as a girls' night, it seems like the men there are very generous, or maybe it might have been just that night, but they were very generous indeed. So, you know, you get your girls together. But a lot of them were married. That wasn't, These Nigerian men, huh? I just love to do the accent. But okay, let me stop. So, food-wise, I'd give them a 4 because I didn't think the food, apart from the jollof, I didn't think the food was awful. It was edible. It was not, I couldn't finish it. That's how much food I got. So I'd give them a 4. The atmosphere, I'd give them a 4.5 because I love the music. And the other half, you know, there's always room for improvement. For pricing, I will give them a 4.5 because I didn't think that was too expensive. I was not happy with how that menu looked. But the food came very quickly. We didn't have to wait too long for that. So that was a really good thing. So I'm going to give them a 4 out of 5. But I still would recommend you guys go. Hopefully they'll change their menus by then. But the food was nice. The drinks were flowing. Oh, that was another reason why I was giving them a 4. They had no cocktails. How can you have a bar and lounge or a restaurant and bar lounge, whatever it's called, with no cocktails? They said something like they were short-staffed, and which is another reason I think why a lot of the stuff was left on the table. But that is not good. Get your ish together. That was big Saturday night, big bank holiday weekend, and you mean to tell me I couldn't get a cocktail? Yeah, I weren't too happy about that. So definitely a 4 for me. But yes, I would recommend 84 West. Go there, guys. enjoy yourself. Don't get carried away with the men. They are very generous, guys, but most of the time they're married. Look on their finger, on their wedding band. Look at their wedding band. Ask them about it. They're very honest. But yeah, but they're nice to talk to, and it's nice for them to, you know, spoil you and give you, you know, champagne, darling, and all the rest of it. Fine dining. Well, it's not really fine dining, but yes, treating you nice. It's nice for a man to meet you for the first time and to treat you nice. And it wasn't seedy. So, yes. 84 West, that's my review, guys. It's definitely a vibe. Definitely get yourself down there. Good food, good atmosphere. If you go with the right crowd, you'll have a nice evening stroke night, as it does go on to a bar. I don't know what time the restaurant cuts off, and because people were getting food really, like after midnight, people were still getting food. So I don't know what time the kitchen closes, but you can eat and drink, and you can't really have much conversation. That music was too loud, but I definitely wanted to dance. That's what I wish they had in their dancing area. So guys, let me know what you think of this review. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment section below. Until next time, stay safe, and you will see me soon. Take care. Bye.